I'll be over here. Oh, yeah. Oh. Said I care about my well-being and don't dance, don't ask. Right, right. All right, we're in, boys. Welcome. Happy to have you here. Welcome, welcome. Let's make some money today. Just a beautiful day. Lots of opportunity to make some money. We have about 4 minutes till open here. About 4 minutes till open. I mean, what do we got? Max there. Pushing back down into there now. Possibly into this bottom where we found some previous support. We have some opportunity. Kind of consolidating right now. Officially do think we've set in a lower high possibly on this push. Lower high, push back, try it again, confirm this lower high. So we do have a really easy and clear hourly trend that we're gonna go ahead and just mark out. Thank you. English is a thing. So now we have these highs that are being respected at the moment. And we've got some liquidity. So yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at. It's kind of what we're peeping today. Juan, love seeing you back, buddy. How are you, man? Hope you're feeling better. I know you said you were feeling a little ill, so hope your health is back. Ready to make some money this morning, brother. Let's make some money today. Trying to pass these accounts. I gotta change my risk now because I remember yesterday I was just trying to go for the 15. What do I need? Like 20. Yeah. Oh no, risk is 1,000. Bam. Save. And that's not gonna work. Let's go back to main. Cute. We're at this resistance level here. We got this hourly downtrend as well lining up. I think we actually have a potential intraday trend as well. I'm gonna try to see if I can map this out. 7 pounds gone, but we back and about to lock in. Damn, bro. 7 pounds down from that illness? Shit, dude. Sounds scary. Glad you're back, though. Glad you're hopefully eating, obviously hydrating, getting that weight back. But hell yeah, buddy. Glad to see you back. Lock in. Let's make some money today. Let's pass these accounts. I'm not sure what your situation you're rocking with. I'm trying to pass these 5. And then this week's going to be some money if we can lock in. So we have 2 downtrends. We have an hourly and an short term on the intraday. So we're kind of looking just to see what price wants to do. We're dipping down. Come on, don't keep talking over me, buddy. Don't do that. Getting a push now. Market open. Opening price is 900s. Opening price of the 900s. Getting a push down into this candle now. I think anywhere around here we could be interested, but we want to be a little patient. See what can set up here. Downtrend on the hourly. Downtrend on the intraday. Maybe a retest of either one of those could be pretty solid. Otherwise, if it breaks, we could have a continuation play. Finding some support. It looks like at the 867s for the short time being. Completely ate back that candle. So that's very, very interesting. Candle closed fully at the 865. What is this? 867s, and then candle completely reversed immediately. Are we in an hourly imbalance? We are technically in an hourly imbalance. I'll draw that out for anybody. Let's make some money today, people. Come on. Here's our hourly imbalance. Here is our hourly imbalance created by this yesterday. Or this morning, I mean. So we want to see how price handles this. We're on the other side of it now. Price is trying to press back inside of it. What's good, saucy man? Welcome in, brother. Hope the Wednesday's treating you good. Middle of the week, hump day. On the other end of the week now. Let's have a good day. Let's pass these accounts and then set ourselves up. Overall, we're kind of looking at a lower high slash head and shoulders action, but we're consolidating at the highs, and we have 2 intraday trend lines to break out. So this could be, we're just gonna be a little patient. Nothing to rush into. The VWAP's lining up with a decent opportunity of this big box, so we're just going to be patient. I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity today. Really interesting reaction came on this 31 minute. So the 30 minute sold down, 31 immediately ate it back. So I like that. I want to see the reaction. We're gauging back inside of this 15 minute, inside of this hourly imbalance from overnight. I want to gauge participation. You can see how many times we respected this 50% line, which was, from this imbalance. So really decent little bottom here. Gives me kind of faith in the actual continuation. We had an opening candle print at the 900s, pushed down to the 967s, and then the next candle from the 867s immediately up into the 920s into this box again, or 910s. So getting some good volatility. I think we're going to have opportunities. No need to rush anything. Let's make some money. Let's have a good day, gentlemen. This hourly chart is kind of going to be pretty important. See how this hourly candle closes. If we wick this box and close back inside of here, strong. If we continue to press off of it, then that's kind of indicative as well. So for now, we wait and we find out. We let NASDAQ do what it wants to do, give us a little bit more information, and then we make some money. Let's let price give us a little bit more information. We'll draw out our 15-minute range here in about 12 minutes or so, about 11 actually. And then that will give us another picture, provide that with our other context, and then hopefully we'll have a direction of what we think we can do. First 15 minutes has been pretty interesting already. Sold down to the 87s from the 900s. Ripped back into this box. We're rejecting it again now. Want to see how price gauges here at these bottoms. 15-minute range still has about 10 minutes. So lots of opportunity, lots of time. No reason to rush anything. Just make some good decisions today. You know, be calm, be patient, make some money. That's literally all we're here to do. We're only here to make some bread. So let's make sure we capitalize on that. I'm really liking this hourly downtrend as well. This intraday downtrend gives me feeling we could see a lot higher prices if we do start getting this to bottom and react here. So gonna gauge, gonna be patient. What are you seeing, Juan? You been still staring at the charts while you've been sick, or you just been completely just bedside and focused on your health? Been peeping the charts, taking trades, or how's that been for you, buddy? Trying now to the bottom of this first open candle. We're still getting some wicks. Excuse me. Everything about timing in the markets, right? Not only do we want to be on the right side, but we got to get on the right side at the right time. This price at the 870s is also previously pretty supported. We had this big reaction, obviously this little block before this launch, and now we're retesting this block. So overall, if we reclaim this with some energy and press back up, we could be bullish. Been watching the market for sure, just haven't taken trades in over a week. Dang, buddy. Well, I mean, hey, you did what you could. You stayed informed, you stayed current, keeping up to date with what's going on, and kept your accounts safe too. So really no harm, no foul. Lots of opportunity now to just, you know, bring all that energy back and make some green, brother. I'm excited for you. Glad you're back on the charts, man. Price is still now kind of bouncing at these lows at this previous spot that we found some support. Interesting little wicks. Weird price action so far. Definitely no reason to rush into anything. The fact that we pressed back into that imbalance, the inverted imbalance, and now we're kind of failing to hold it is interesting. It will be inverted if this candle closes. If we close inside of it, it will not be inverted. So yeah, the old Daddy Powell, how's he going to affect everything? What time is that at? Is that oh God. I didn't even know today. I didn't even know today was FOMC. Shows how much I'm tapped in. Jeez. Appreciate you, Juan, for informing me there, brother. Well, that changes a lot, honestly. It's going to change a lot about what the market even wants to do going into that. Oh, this is why you check news, gentlemen. Shout out Juan for being informed. Fuck, that makes morning price action super, just like this, just choppy and ugly. So it doesn't make me excited to be looking for an opportunity, but, you know, we're still going to take some pokes, see what we can or cannot do. If I was y'all, though, try to make some money, not necessarily trying to pass accounts, not necessarily on this dead time frame of 9 to 11. I might be patient. I might be patient till later on in the afternoon before I even really look at any setups or take trades, just because the higher probability setups will be happening after that meeting. After Daddy Powell does his thing. So we found a bottom there. As you can see, price kept trying to press in. Buyers said, kind of enjoy it. Now they're pressing back towards that imbalance. We'll see the reaction. There's a lot of generated liquidity above. We have lots of, again, intraday trend line. We have a macro trend line on the hourly. Lots of spots that we could be trading towards. Now, just the question obviously is, when do we start trading towards them? That affects my VWAP here. This is the intraday. That's the hourly. Pressing back into the box now. Pretty decent little reaction. Taking out that previous high now. So our first 15-minute range has been pretty sideways. We went right down from the open, ate it all back, sold again. Now we're just kind of consolidating, deciding if we want to press into this imbalance or if it's going to hold. As you can see on this hourly candle, we are starting to wick back into this box, which would be very bullish if it holds. This bottom does feel fairly supported, fairly genuine. So we have structure. I would say we definitely have structure. We have a leave and a retest. If we reclaim above that previous high here, right at these 20s, then this imbalance will hold likely, and then we can play for the continuation of the other side of the candle. Three minutes till the first 15-minute range closes. I'll have that box drawn out so we can get a little bit more information. Price is trying the 920s now. About 20 points higher than opening print price. We've gone really nowhere, sideways, which it is FOMC day, so that's fairly expected. A lot of the market participants will be patient, obviously waiting just for more clear direction before they want to start putting money behind things. But we're a little different, we're a little bit more on the edge. We're willing to play pre-market, pre-meeting. Sellers are defending this range. Buyers are still trying to battle and take more territory. Not gonna lie, I really want to try to long this price right here. I want to try the 900 flats. I'm gonna put an order there. If we get a little dip into it, I'll like it. It's a little early. 15-minute range hasn't even been set yet, but I'm expecting a continuation higher at this point. We're getting a reaction to this zone. Actually like this price a little bit better here. I like these 893s a little bit better here. Still just trying to see what the reaction is. Want to get a fill. We created another little imbalance here. First 15-minute range is a minute from being set. So lots of things going in our way here for a possible continuation long. I'm going to draw out just 15 minutes when this candle closes. Ugh, excuse me. This is the bottom. This will be the top once this candle gives us a close. Kind of don't love this price action as much. I'm going to take our order off probably here once this candle gives us a close. See if we can put it there now, honestly. And that's the first 15-minute range. That's what we get. We're buying the 895s. I like this order. Pressing out of the range. We're going to retry this 15-minute range, I feel like. Wouldn't really want to see price fail to break back in out of this box, but I want to gauge participants here. They're trying the EMA now. There is a possibility that this bottom here, these previous that we don't get back outside of this imbalance. So we may not get a fill at the 895s, in which case we'll be okay and we'll just look for a better spot. But currently, if we do get it back, dip into this 15-minute range here, this is our first try of the day. Looks like it might be now. Wanted to try that 50% range. It actually looks like it might have missed it by a tick, actually. So that was what we were kind of hoping to get a fill on. Where did that end up getting filled at? The 902s, and we were looking for the 95. So about 7 points off from getting a fill there, but we'll see what happens. Not exactly loving to leave this order on now because I wanted that first test of this 50% range, but we'll be patient. I think that still shows buyers are reacting to this price, so we still may get a dip into our fill, in which case we can take a poke at it. Having this wick be at this 50% makes me feel like we may not get our fill below this candle. Would have wanted to see that a little bit of a different reaction. We're going to be patient, not cancel our order yet, though. Again, we have an hourly imbalance. We're holding. We have intraday liquidity. We have macro liquidity on the hourly trend line. So we have lots of reasons for upside. It is FOMC, so don't rush into any trades. We have lots of opportunity. I am only trading for the first couple hours today, so I've been only trading the new one, Juan. I've been refining it a little bit. I feel like I'm getting a little bit, just more dialed with it. Again, our job as a trader is to just make more money than you spend, right? And so right now I'm just trying to refine my process with this I'd say over leveraging, but just max leveraging, and just finding spots where my 10-point stop makes sense. And if you can just keep doing that and just keep refining over time, then I know the profits come because your losers are way smaller than your winners. And I'm finding some success with it. Yesterday would have been a beautiful, $50,000 trade had I been funded with where I took my spot. So just going to come up with timing and just refinement. So still trading the new strategy, and I'm really enjoying it right now. All right, I'm probably going to cancel this order now. We're getting a pull away from where we were hoping for. This candle, we were hoping to give us our fill, just missed us barely, so that's okay. 948 now. You can see this hourly candle is finally starting to react in a positive way. Kind of interesting that, boom, big reaction there at the 35s. Crazy. Back to the 50% range. Big rejection now from this imbalance. Pretty interesting to see with 10 minutes left to go before the hourly closes. Strong reaction. It's kind of really similar to yesterday, honestly. Still very similar to yesterday. Very similar price action to yesterday so far. Asia session and London session have just both sold. And now we're finding some consolidation at the bottoms here. Or some battling at the bottoms here in the New York session. We just swept the lows and wicked out. Feels kind of choppy. Again, today is FOMC, so take everything with a little grain of salt. Be cautious. I think because of the rejection of this imbalance again, we did wick the bottom. We're trying the 50% line here one more time. It's a good opportunity to possibly take a short here if I do poke at the 900s on the other side of it. Failed to break higher. Failed to break higher again. Found some resistance. We did all go all the way to the bottom side. Again, FOMC day, baby. Gonna be danger in the waters, so be careful, boys. We swept this big level of the liquidity here. I'd say big, but if we bounced off it previously times by 1, 2, and then have this reaction out of it, 3 for a 4th touch now being here this morning. So price is trying these lows again. Kind of gone nowhere fast this morning. Completely sideways. We're still within this 15-minute range. Range. Beginning to press below the EMA here with a decent little bear flag set up. I would be willing to take a short here if we can get a poke. I'm going to put an entry on. If we can get a little pop above this EMA one more time here. Only thing I don't love is that we have already swept this bottom, but we're trying this wick here.
Order filled.
I want to see this other wick where we already found some support hold. If we do get a pop-up, it's going to be quick. If we do get a pop-up, it's going to be quick here. Yep. All right. Really wanted to see sellers defend this. We got one more try, gentlemen. They're going to press back into this EMA now. I mean, this imbalance. We did sweep the bottom here. I like this price too. The problem is we just... It's going to wick us, I feel like. Oh! You can't do me dirty like that, Nazi. The old Nazarax. Yeah, we just got wicked really, 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 really hard. Alright, well. That is trading. We'd definitely still be in the money. Criminal, actually. Criminal. That feels illegal. So our better entry was the 909s there instead of the 900 whole number. Creating a bear flag. Let me draw it out for you. Problem with this is the bottom low here, so there's no guarantee that it's going to break. We're trying EMA again here. Going nowhere quickly. That's kind of the information at the moment. Very similar price action to yesterday in general. We're going to be patient with the second trade. Going to be patient with the second trade, get a little bit more information. See this hourly candle close. It's kind of what I'm looking at here. Pricing back into this imbalance now. Hey. Pressing back into this imbalance now. Let's see the gauge, see the reaction. Feels pretty strong. We already swept the bottoms. We're forming a bottom here. Price is retrying now on the top of this 15-minute range. Hey. Decent reaction by the buyers. Still within this 15-minute range, essentially. So we haven't really gone anywhere at all. Hourly candles wicking. Back inside of that demand, into the imbalance. Price is trying the top of the 15-minute range now. Will it break through at the 30s? It's looking like it's trying. Still finding a little bit of hourly candles now completely switched into a hammer candle. Looking like we're holding. Which makes me think we're going to get one retest of it here in this 10 o'clock. Which might be like that. I'm going to put an order down here for 5. Oh, put that in there, please. Hey, stop doing that. Hey, let me put my order in here. No, let me buy. Let me sell. What? Oh. Okay, whatever. We're gonna try to buy these 908s. We get a pull back. Price is trying towards the VWAP now, and this 50% of this imbalance. We broke over the top of the 15-minute range. I'm now expecting some retest of that. I'm expecting now a retest of that attempt before we actually get the breakout. Hey. Hoping to get a fill here. We're in at the 908s if we do get a pullback. It's right on the bottom of this imbalance where I'm hoping price just dips into for like, you know, not even a fraction of a second, just a little pokey, and then goes towards this, back towards this imbalance range. Still like the 908 buy if we get a pullback. There's no reason that this should just keep going without a little retest of that breakout space where it was so heavily battled. 9:59 now, so this hourly candle is going to officially close here with a hammer curl candle. Yeah, he's just hitting there. He's hitting hammer curls out there. You know how it is. Candle is officially printed. So now we can expect a little bit of a dip, a little bit of a pullback. I don't know how aggressive or how far. We're hoping it's down to these 908s. Just one more try of the 900s on the outside of that imbalance. Trying the EMA. That was an EMA pull there. We're trying to eat. That was a trend line test now. That was a trend line EMA and imbalance bottom test there. So that's kind of more appropriately where I think we should have had our entry. We didn't even get a bottom of the imbalance test yet, but I still like our spot. I'm going to start observing, though. We do want to see this. This next candle will be the one that gives us a fill if it is. Next candle is going to be the one I think more likely gives us a fill. The reason we're buying this spot is because this has been the bottom of the imbalance. We already had some support here on the hour on the intraday. I want to see price just retry this one time before going. This is the EMA and trend line touch now. So there's really no reason that should actually break, if we're going to be honest. Which makes me think I may need to bring my entry up a little bit, to be completely honest. Makes me think I may need to move my entry a little bit. We're still getting some higher price action. That hourly candle completely hammer curled, and now we're into that imbalance. So longs are showing you that they are supporting this price. I feel like if we're going to be ordering for the 908s, we really would be more holding for like this price. Yeah, 908s is good. It really is. It really is. We just got to get a little Philly fill. Price held the EMA in that trend line now, you can see. Neither one of them broke. Yo, 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 what's up, Will? Good to see you back here too, man. How are you doing? How's your trading going? It's like the old gang's back. Love to see it. We're down 1,000 on these combines right now. We are still a day from passing. Just got to lock in and get this one good trade done. It is FOMC, so obviously be cautious. There's a couple things I'm looking at here. For, you know, we have an imbalance. We have a, see, we're starting to base on this, which makes me think we're either going to get a reaction out of this. Our order probably isn't safe here, is what I'm seeing. We're officially below these trend lines. It's, if we get a retest below there, there's no reason we're not going to just, you know, on the other side of this trend, on this. So trying to be a little bit more patient. We have one opportunity here. If this is going to hold, it's going to hold this EMA and trend line and push right towards this 50% range. I think, again, the more attractive buy would be the bottom of this imbalance, likely. We're going to go for it. You don't lose. Good, man. Got chopped up yesterday, but all good. Yeah, it's the game, brother. I hear you. We're still holding this trend line. Again, I don't... The problem is this wick, right? So if we do get a pull through there... I'm going to delete this trend line now. Basing on the top of the 15-minute range. EMA still being somewhat held. You know what that means, though, Will? If you had a choppy day yesterday, today you're going to make a lot of money, buddy. We have a doji print there. We're still trying the bottom of this wick. EMA still kind of holding. I'm feeling very bullish. Just want to find a good opportunity to get our good fill. Again, we only have 10-point stop. These lows feel safe. I'm trying a little lower at the 908s, but realistically, I think the safer play to get a better fill would be like the 9 at this at this imbalance low at the 10s, or maybe this other candle wick. If this is going to go, it's going to go right through all this liquidity now. The bull flag. Here's a bull flag. Good pull. Triangle flag. And now we're going to see this other side of this breakout possibility. Yes, sir. Love to hear it, buddy. We're going to cancel our order. I don't love if we get a fill now down there. I do not love if we continue to break through this bear flag and come get us a fill now. We were hoping that this other piece of the flag would come give us a fill. It's being stubborn, though. Every time price does get down there, we wick, so. Here we go now. Trying the other side of this imbalance. Are they going to press back through it? This is where we would have been getting in. Oh, we wouldn't have even got filled though too, because this is went to the 909s. Yeah, we were at 908, so we're still slightly not in this trade. Imbalance looks like it's being supported. It's kind of all you have to see. You see? Do you see how we were? Ooh, boys, look at it. Candle closes here. I'd almost be willing to just market buy. 10-point stop's risky to market buy, but look at this candle close. So we'd be in here at the 934 if we just market bought. I want to see this thing just rip. This is the last bit of structure we needed to see. $934 would still be holding. We would need 26 out of it though, so definitely not as attractive, you know, but it's a trade. It's a good offer. Hope you guys got to see kind of what I was thinking, what I was looking at here. We were hoping for this 908. We got 909, so we just barely got missed on that one. We didn't have our order there anymore, but you can see, Will, how I'm trying to. He's finding these spots where this 10 balance, there's 10-point holds. It's tricky, but it's very possible. Little doji candle, little hammer on the other side of that. Let's see if this candle can continue now. Overall, fairly choppy day. I mean, it is FOMC day. We have lots of time to wait until there's actual decisions made and things said that make a big difference. So, kind of right now, just letting the market do what it wants. We have an intraday trend line coming up here. We have an hourly in trend line above. See if it can break, no doubt. It's freaking no doubt. It's fine. Take a peek, take a gander. See what the price wants to do here. This lining up with this 50% of this imbalance and VWAP is decent for, you know, a poke. You could probably poke it for a quick little stab, but I'm looking for a bigger move. I think we finally found some structure on the outside of this imbalance and pushing back in. So it's hard for me to be overall bearish since we found the structure. We found the structure that was kind of would be needed. Also forming, you know, a little bit of a bear flag on the hourly, but not really. It's a really good reaction candle there on that previous hour candle. Hey. Strong reaction. Once they reclaim this imbalance, buyers are showing the direction they want to go. If we bought that 34 off the market order, we'd still be in this, still holding. Still haven't been stopped out for that 10 points yet. Price is trying towards the CMA now. I mean, this VWAP. And this 50% range of this imbalance, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like many reactions off of it. So there is reason to believe you could just take a poke here at the VWAP in this imbalance and get a couple points. But I don't know if you're going to get a full 26 reversal, and that's what I am looking for. So we're going to look for a little higher quality setup. There's nothing telling me that the bulls are not here. Nope, not gonna work. All right. Still fairly slow price action. The only reason I don't love shorting this VWAP touch and this 50% imbalance is because of this intraday trend line. So this morning we sold. Again at 9 we sold, and then again at 7:30 we've created this very very attractive intraday trend line. We also have a macro hourly trend line, same type of a setup. So there is generated liquidity for the buy side on the other side. Obviously it is FOMC day, so nothing is guaranteed, but most of the move I think is going to probably wait until he talks anyways. We didn't even get another test of that 15-minute. It's going to be interesting to see what price does on this VWAP test. Again, it's a very previously bounced support. Like once this was support. And now we'll see if it's, now that we got below it, if it's resistance or the bulls reclaim it. And that'll be pretty indicative. That'll be pretty clear what's going on if that's the case. Anything prior to this high here makes me think we're just getting pullbacks to the continuation. The real spot to determine, I think, will either be this high or this VWAP. This hourly imbalance being held here is really I think the key. And we have all the structure built at the lows at the first 15-minute range. Very similar structure till yesterday's morning. So only difference is today is FOMC. So be cautious, but you know, just be willing to make some money. Be loose. Be willing to take a stab at it. You're never gonna know. You're never gonna know. What we do know is how many times this price has been acted as support. So you can almost assume it will, well, you can't assume it will act as resistance, but you can preemptively, you know, start having these things planned out to see if it does do that. And that's how you make money. That's how we make money. We're just going to be patient here. Wait for a good setup. I want to see price gauge off that reaction, off that VWAP. We have an intraday trend line above it. Also going to be very interesting. So nothing to do here, but just be patient. Price has slowed a little bit now that we're in this imbalance. We haven't really moved away from this 15-minute range. We retested it there with this price, with this candle. We retested the top of the 15-minute range, found some more support again. There's nothing here saying that the buyers aren't looking for higher prices. This really interesting double candle this morning. Look at this thing. Look at this freaking thing. What is this? Price opened down to 1908s, and in one candle we got to the 960s, and then the next candle all the way to the 2096s. So like very just crazy. This has created a lot of this action that we're kind of, you know, gauging off of. Price supported that midline for a while. We got below it, and now they're trying again here. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Hope everyone in here is being safe, keeping your account alive. If you are hanging out and enjoying it, hit the like button. Helps me a lot. Just shows me that you guys are here and enjoying this. Subscribe if you're not. And we're here every day doing it, 9 to 11. Hopefully we can just get these last little 26 points past these accounts today. The way that we're slowly gauging towards this high and this VWAP, interesting. It's very interesting. The structure is built for continuation, but if volume doesn't carry through, then that's going to be its own predecessor there. Another retest of this 15-minute range, the top of it. Let's see what happens here at the 937s, roughly the 940s. Top of the range is the 930s, 935. Every time we've dipped into here, we found reaction by the buyers. Again, tested the top of that range. We're finding a little bit of reaction. We've just been seeing these slow pullbacks and reclaiming higher prices. The bulls love to just, you know, step their way up to where they're trying to go. Another little pullback, and now the reaction back to the EMA, looking decent to the 950s. Every pullback into that 15-minute range has been an opportunity for a long add, just to add to the position so far. Just being patient. Price is pretty slow today. Again, FOMC, so there's not going to be a lot of urgency by anybody until Powell talks and gives a little bit more information on the state of everything. Tell you what, if I was short, I couldn't. If I was a bear, I couldn't really get short here at this price. I definitely want to gauge participation, but I couldn't have an order, a limit, waiting for it to get filled there. Feels very... Apologize. It feels very just indecisive, unclear. We are in a giant imbalance. Again, those two candles that brought us from 816 to 2060. It's absolutely wild. Trading at 6 a.m. You could last night 6 p.m. you could have just put on a little buy order and just been up, you know, a couple thousand, you know, 1,000 points. It's disgusting. 200 points. 230 points in two candles, you know, just cash. Slow. Price is slow. You can see we just got a good reaction out of the 15-minute imbalance. Now we're pressing back out of it and back towards it again. Just what the bears, just what the bulls like to do. They just take the stairs. They're not in any rush. They just want to get to their destination, you know, one step at a time here. They built up some steps. I'm expecting some selling. I am. We had a obviously those giant candles and then just retracements into it all day, all morning, almost into the bottom of this low is kind of a decent spot we could target as well. So there's liquidity on both sides of the table. Our job is to not be right, just to make more money than we lose, right? So let's dial in and focus on that. Just looking for one good trade here. Price is at the EMA now. Volume feels slow, but price is still technically climbing. Still never got to this previous high at the 960s. We got to the 955, so we're kind of just consolidating before that peak. Every dip is just being bought. Again, slow stair stepping. But sellers are not being aggressive. They're not showing they want lower prices. Currently, any pullback into the 30s is working for a reaction. It is slow today, boys. I won't lie to you. This pre-FOMC little laggy lag is a bit slow, but it's exciting. Lots of opportunity to make lots of money. Pulling into 940s now. Let's see the reaction. We're going to probably get another test of the 30s, where every time we found some reaction from the buyers. So let's just continue to gauge that. I'm going to be completely transparent. There's nothing that makes me think this is the actual turnaround spot. We never got to this high. We never got to the imbalance. We never got to the VWAP. There's nothing telling me that big participant shorts would be happy with that in. FOMC is a meeting every, I don't even know when, frequently, but it's a discussion by the government. They discuss our interest rates and just a lot of impactful news that will move the market. Usually in the so like this is pre-FOMC, he'll come on at 2, and then they have the meeting at 2:30. So he'll talk for 30 minutes, and then they have a meeting discussing the actual information and the interest changes and everything. And so for the first section, like we're seeing, so like I just sent, another pullback into the 30s was an opportunity for a long, guys. It held held again. So like I said, this high, I didn't believe this at the top. But yeah, that information, Brett, will just obviously provide a lot of volume to the market. People gauging what was said, the new information, the new interest rates. They're trying to gauge overall sentiment. And so you see a lot of weird price action and volatility. And sometimes leading into that, things are a little stale and slow just because, again, bigger participants are waiting for more information before they start moving around their positions. Strong reaction out of that 930s. That was the, like, again, every time we were pulling into that top of that 15-minute range, we were getting a strong reaction. So we had 1, 2, and then a third test there. And now we're trying the VWAP here. And we have broke over this previous high. So now if we started getting a reversal, I could believe that the high would actually be put in. This higher high or whatever, or this lower high, I mean. But we do have an intraday trend line coming up here as well. That makes me a little bit hesitant, to say the least. to get short here at the VWAP. This to me looks like we trapped a bunch of sellers. A bunch of shorts got trapped on that move, and then they immediately got put underwater. Retried the top of that 15-minute range again, and immediately shorts got trapped underwater. Look at this imbalance holding on the hourly. So this hourly imbalance from last night with those 230 points and 2 candles. Price was supported, supported, supported. We broke through, still held this imbalance, and then we got pushed back into this 50% range right now at this VWAP. So pretty big level. Want to gauge participation. Again, all the structure now tells me that we could see a retracement, only because we did get this previous high and VWAP has been filled. So if we are going to get a continuation lower from this break of the bull flag, then I think it would be now, like at these prices, rather than getting a retest of this intraday trend line. But we are going to be patient. No reason to take a rush on anything. We just need 26 points. 26 points to pass these accounts here. And again, this spot, this line here, multiple times was it supported as support after this initial breakup. Buyers kept buying these middles, middle. Eventually we broke to the other side of it. Only got down to the 858s, which isn't only because we did support it last Thursday. We supported it Friday as well. We supported it yesterday. So it is a price, these 850s that we got to. And now we're pressing back towards this imbalance. So nothing to do but be patient here. If you guys are excited for FOMC and just excited to be here, an opportunity to make some money, hit that like button. Helps me out a ton. Subscribe if you aren't. We're here every day doing it. Just discussing the market, showing trades, doing what we can to learn, sharing information. We're trying this VWAP again. We found a little bit of a reaction off of it. Again, pre-bears loaded that price for sure. I wasn't the only one that was going to put some limit orders there. So other bears are going to be interested. We're going to see if buyers are going to battle through it, press us towards this intraday trend line, which could line us up with a decent little short as well. If we got to, like, you know, somewhere around here, this was also supported quite a bit of times. So something like that, something like the 20,000 short could be pretty sexy for a couple points. But overall, I'm pretty bullish. We have an imbalance, intraday trend line. This is a bull flag on the intraday, bull flag on the long term. Like, overall, we're pretty bullish. Market participants are showing that. Obviously, FOMC today with new information and new numbers could change everything. But as of right now, that's what we're peaking. Trying on the other side of the EMA, the VWAP now. We're trying on the other side of the VWAP now. We're kind of just hanging out though. Since we broke through this 15-minute range, we've just found continuation higher. It's been slow, it's been stair-steppy, but it's been consistent. Just want to start seeing the first reaction to these higher participant shorts. Otherwise, longs are in. Otherwise, them longs, they are in. This has been a price that was very traded. These 975s was very traded overnight. We just ripped right through it. Actually, also was a big spot yesterday as well. So Lots of this 975 is kind of wild, actually. Why would it be so big? 19,975, 25 points from a whole 20,000, and it's a very traded price. I mean, look at this: big bounce here, reaction, big reaction, rip through it on the other side, support, rip through. Now we're here again. Just crazy. Crazy the way the NASDAQ chooses prices sometimes. Technically, that's us as participants choosing prices, by the way. Finding a reaction here. Again, all morning buyers have just been slow stair-stepping, so don't be the first one to hit the sell button. We have a 10-point stop. We're looking for 26 past these accounts. Just got to find a good spot. I'm expecting continuation longs. I really, really am. We have this intraday trend line. We have this macro trend line. We're holding this in balance. If we get back above this 50%, get a little push towards this trend line, and then like a retest of this VWAP or this 50%. It is FOMC day though, so you know we're gonna expect some balance. Expect price to be weird, especially as we get closer and closer to that 2 o'clock time. We're kind of going nowhere now that we've reached this middle point at the VWAP. I'm a little bummed at myself for not retaking an entry at this 30%, at this 30 level. Once we got one reaction push, and we tried into it one more time. That was the final volume needed to press us to VWAP. As you can see, once we've reached this middle, these 1975s, we've gone nowhere quickly here. Just hanging out. EMA is now pressed up to the bottom of the VWAP. Sellers are going to see what they want to do, if they're going to press it back below a little bit here. The hourly candles are looking pretty strong for some continuation. We have pressed into the VWAP and the EMA, the 50% of this imbalance. So if it's going to give up, this is where it will give up, the buyers. If this move is going to be nullified by the sellers, this is where it will happen. Otherwise, I'm expecting some continuation into these 20,000s, this intraday trend line. And then depending on how we auction and find price within this box, for FOMC, we could see some continuation, no doubt. Especially, you know, anything could happen. We could get any news from anybody to change the whole day. So we're loving it. We're loving the volatile markets. It's dangerous, but it's a lot of opportunity. You're finally seeing the first reaction from the sellers. It's not very strong, but they are showing you that they are interested in this range here, which isn't really a surprise, right? We've reacted to it almost every time we came into it, so to see a reaction isn't surprising. How big of a reaction, that will be the curiosity. Strong reaction by the buyers to turn that into a hammer candle. I think it's going to take a little bit more structure around these prices before we actually get a move. We're now pressed below the EMA. EMA got all the way up to VWAP, and now we're kind of bottoming. Creating decent wicks, though, at this previous high, so that's continuation, or signs for continuation. Obviously, wouldn't if you're long, you don't want to see these buyers give up the 960s there. You want to see those hold. I am expecting a continuation into this trend line around these 20,000 whole numbers. Definitely can't add long below the VMA, the VWAP though. And because of our risk to reward, adding above is not really ideal either. So just gonna be patient, look for a really good spot here. And here's the reaction from the sellers at this intraday, at this level that we've seen this coming. Just don't know the strength of it. They're retesting this previous high. Hey. Finding some wicks at this previous top. If buyers press this back up strongly, it'll be a fairly decent sign of what they're interested in. This candle close above the VWAP would be strong. And above these 970s, 5s-ish would be even stronger. We're going sideways at the VWAP. Definitely not a good spot to really get involved at all. Buyers or sellers here, no one's in control. It's just a battle price. There's lots of reasons that we could go either way here. So just gauge, let the reaction happen, let the people do what they want to do, and then from there they'll provide you with a lot more information of what you should do. And so that's what we're doing. We're just being a little patient here. I mean, as you can see, we came into this price at 27. So the last 10 minutes, we've just kind of gone completely sideways. Buyers like it that we pushed up here. Sellers are like, ooh, look at this price. So lots of reaction. Very big median point. I think this is just drawing us closer towards this trend line up here, though. This 20,000 trend line is very attractive, very strong feeling. Also, with the EMA curling right here, it's kind of hard to see for you guys because of this box I have right now. But this EMA curling, if it does cross through and get on the other side of the VWAP, it's also a decent sign of continuation. If it crosses through there. Completely sideways from this VWAP. Very balanced price action. Buyers and sellers agreeing with this price, battling it out. Every reason to just be patient. Let them continue this battle. Wait for a little bit more information. Come on. Come on. Excuse me. All right. Sellers show that they kind of want to try it. Pressing it out of the VWAP now. And this is what we wanted to see. We want to see somebody make the bigger move and then gauge the reaction. Are buyers going to let this happen? Are they going to fight to reclaim and hold? Very big price here. continuation through this VWAP, we should easily see these 20,000s, possibly this other horizontal spot. Otherwise, we could be retesting the bottom of this and coming to break for this wick here on this hourly. I'm overall pretty bullish, but it is FOMC. Anything could happen. I got 20 minutes here, and then I got to get out of town. So we're looking for a good spot to get involved with. Definitely can't out long below the VWAP here. Sellers trying to make the first move, bringing it down to the 950s. Sellers making the first move, bringing it to the 950s. Want to see the buyer's reaction here. The EMA curled below the VWAP, never got to get across above. Oh, look, have we seen this before? Look at this pattern, guys. The very first candle of the day today, okay? This 9:30 candle. I have this 15-minute range on it, so it's kind of hard to see, but this very first black candle, take a peek, okay? And the next white candle engulfed it, okay? Boom. Another reaction here. Strong pull, white candle engulfing it. Strong pull, white candle engulfing it. Strong pull. You know what I mean? So buyers are showing their strength today. Sellers are making moves, but then buyers are showing their strength and these prices. These are all things you got to try to like intraday gauge and notice. All right, Nasdaq, you got to give me 26 points here, girl. Actually, you don't have to do anything, but I'd enjoy that, you know. That'd mean a lot to me. Where do we press down to with that push to the 950s? I am truthfully expecting a retest of one of these prices before a continuation in the 20,000s. But we're still just a little too close to VWAP for me. Things are still just a little unclear for me. We have a decent little bull flag here. Nothing crazy. Same pattern we've been forming. Pull, flag, breakout. Pull, flag, breakout, right? Pull, flag. Let's be patient and see. Getting above this line, back above the VWAP would be very bullish. I'd definitely be willing to take a long towards the 20,000s if that happens. Oh, God. Probably very annoying to whistle in your ear. I apologize. Want to gauge the reaction at the bottom of this. What would be flag? Every time we got to dip into these prices, we're getting a strong reaction out. If we get another strong reaction here with a wick above this trend line and towards VWAP, I'm going to probably take a poke at it. Can't really. Just so I can see it a little bit better there. Compressing below the EMA. It's definitely interesting. Compressing below the EMA. We have the bottom of this flag here that's been supported 3 times to the 950s. And a trend line. Like, you know. What can you do about it? Pull back into the 50s now by the sellers again. It's just hard to go against the buyers today. Every time you're getting a dip like this, you're getting just a strong, I mean, look at this strong reaction out of it. So if we continue to wick and hold, if we can get back above the EMA or this trend line here, I will feel safe to play along, targeting back through these previous highs, possibly these 20,000s, this intraday trend line. We are compressing below the EMA. We are compressing below the EMA a bit. It's going to be right here where we look at this previous auction price, big order block, right? Where we just continue to battle for a while. Price ends up ripping out of it, and now we're retesting it. So this is gonna be a decent spot here to gauge participation. Sorry. Into the 940s now. Sellers got to break through there a little bit. Into the 940s. 930 is the top of this 15-minute range, where we found a lot of support previously. There's nothing really telling me that these 40s are going to be the bottom. And because of that, in our time, I'm going to put a short here at the 54s. We can get a little pop back up into there. It's hard to try to short these bulls, but we're going to go for it. I think we're going to see just some choppiness, some consolidation before FOMC. Anywhere into the 930s is really not great. EMA is curling even harder now, so we may not get a fill at the 54s. We may not get a curl into the 54s. 10:50 now. We have 11 minutes till Europe closes at 11. Getting a dip into here. I'm going to take off our order. Excuse me. Getting a strong pull into the 920s. This is the top of the 15-minute range where we found a lot of support. Failure to hold support here would make me think we're going to go see lower prices. Buyers look like they're almost just giving up now, pressing it down to the 915s. Into the 910s now. Outside of the imbalance, he found a little bit of a reaction by the buyers after that really aggressive selling. We're either going to be taking a short here at the 40s. We can get a pullback, maybe into the trend line here. We are holding this imbalance, but I feel as though we're going to give it up. Give it all up, you know, give it all up. We're going to put an order here at the 940s. Now we're trying into the 900s now. There you go, Goo. Lost my money today trying to long. Oh my goodness. Thomas. I thought for sure you'd be possibly looking at this spot here for a short. When I said perma shorts, I was talking about you. But damn, buddy. Tough day for you, T-Nans. Which means you're due for one. You are due for a massive one, my boy. Getting a pull out of the 900s now. Shorts are showing themselves. This pullback into this range was definitely the opportunity. Price battled here, and shorts took it where they wanted to. We're going to wait for a pullback, probably to the top of this 15-minute range, possibly into this trend line, whichever one's coming first, maybe the EMA. But we're going to look for a pullback, and that's going to be our short. I mean, this could just keep dying. I mean, we may not get one, but... Price is finding lower prices into the 890s now. We're now officially below the first 15-minute range. We're right back to opening print price. Pulling back into these 880s. We're getting quite the move now. This is, you know, 90, 80 points from the top here. Back to VWAP from the VWAP. Gonna cancel our order. Definitely not gonna get a fill there. Not gonna be the first one to hit the buy button. Pulling in the 880s. Crazy move. Crazy move from the VWAP. VWAP participants took it where they wanted to. Sellers were happy with that pullback. Like I said, for overall context, what we could have seen here was we had these giant reaction. We ended up coming down into this 50% range. Often found some support. Bounce. Finally, last night at 8, or this morning pre-market, we ripped through it. And then sellers just waited for buyers to retry that midpoint before now they're pressing it lower. Now we're into the low of day here, which makes me think we should be targeting possibly the low of this start of this candle. I mean, this is now where market closed yesterday. Yeah, we're already into that price, so... Yeah, we're selling right now, boys. Strong into the 840s. 120 points off of that VWAP. Initial drop now. Sellers are heavy. They really are. We're going to wait for a pullback and join them here. I was hoping for a pullback. I mean, shoot, we're just seeing, what is this? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 red candles in a row. Yeah. We're going to be patient here. "13 red candles in a row. That's just gross. A literal waterfall." Yeah, it is. It's disgusting. Like, how are you supposed to participate in that? Makes me think we're going to go back to the bottom of this initial rip candle here at the 800s, which is about 40 points lower than we're at now. Want to find a spot to get in, obviously, but, you know, like, what? Can't be the first one to hit the buy button. Been going down for 14 minutes straight here. Man, Nasdaq's finding lower prices into the 830s. Do it, Saucy. You want me to be the first one to hit the buy button? You want to buy this, huh? You like the buy here. I need 26 points though. So I would need can't do it, buddy. I cannot be the first one to hit that buy button. Wait for a sexy little pullback, possibly into this 15-minute range, maybe a little higher. Yeah, you're building vibes, buddy. I love it. I'm tempted. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am tempted to try to buy this thing. We only need 26 points, so we don't need a lot here. We just need to find a good spot where it makes sense to participate. There's nothing really telling me that this is gonna be the bottom. This isn't really at a good price where this would make sense to be a bottom, which makes me think we're just looking for some structure to be built before continuation. And that structure is where we want to get involved with, boys. EMA is quite a bit away now, unfortunately. And I'm going to change our EMA settings back because I can't see it on that. Above it. Way above it. Yeah, pull back into the EMA or this 50% range. We're going to take it. Limit sell 5. We are going to try one here. It's tough with this being such a big move. I don't think this just continues down like this, though. The reason I was going to take an entry there was at the top of this 15 or the top of this VWAP in the 15-minute range. 50 VWAP. What am I talking about? EMA. The 70s. We're going to take it. I think we could see higher into the 900s possibly. This feels like a little early of a try, but we're going to see here. Just looking for a pullback and continuation. Only have a couple more minutes till Europe closes. I got to get out of here technically. I want to see this come rip up, give us a quick little fill here into the top of this bottom of this 15-minute range in this EMA try. That'll be a massive opportunity. We only need 26 points. If this does get us a fill at the 70s, we'd be looking for the 46s, 44s. So we're just looking for this range to give us a fill and then a retest of the bottom here. EMAs being the big obstacle. 10 viewers, hell yeah. Appreciate everyone being here. Hit like if you're new. Helps me out. Subscribe if you haven't. join the gang. We're here every day doing it, having fun, learning how to trade, putting in vibes. EMA is the obstacle here. We have 1 minute till Europe closes. Never got to pull back into that 15-minute range. Don't love our order here sitting if we do continue to hold structure here. I'm going to cancel our order. Look for a better spot. We're above the EMA. Unlikely to get a fill there. Price is kind of just choppy now. After that giant move, I'm not really expecting going to be much other than just consolidation before continuation. And unfortunately, it is that time of the day where the stream must come to a close. So I really appreciate everybody hanging out here. This is an awesome stream for us today. Hit a new record of 10 viewers. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, hit like if you guys haven't. Subscribe if you're not. We'll be back tomorrow doing it all over again. I'm no longer 1 day away from passing, unfortunately. I have to have 2 days here. We lost the 10-point stop trying to pre-plan this, but we're in here, and there's the continuation. So it didn't get back to the 15-minute range what we were hoping for. We did just try the EMA before breaking lower there. Now the structure is building a little bit more. I'd almost be willing to just market sell this thing, but I need 20 points, so I can't really do that. Oh, bummer. Bummer. All right, guys. Well, really enjoy you guys. Appreciate you hanging out. It's kind of a lackluster day. Be careful with FOMC today. Will, good luck, buddy. I hope you can be patient and crush the markets later. Juan, happy to see you back on the charts, buddy, hanging out. I appreciate everyone coming in and stopping into the stream today. Yeah, good luck with your health. Good luck with the trades, and I will catch you guys